that are presenting, or any sort of partners that you have, such as Marcus?
Yeah, that's a great question. So some of the speakers, Marcus, for example, he's like I said, he's an attorney. He has a unique background because he's dealing primarily with failures in transformations that have run into problems or have failed in some way or in some capacity. So he has a different perspective. We also have in the sessions, Stuart Robb, who's our vice president of third stage in the UK. He'll be hosting a few sessions actually, and his background is very extensive. He's actually been in the industry longer than I have. He's worked at a lot of the larger system integrator, or some of the larger consulting and system integrator firms earlier in his career, and has since worked with us here for the last couple of years. And his background is a lot in quality assurance and project management and the actual transformation and implementation itself. Adam Cheatham from our team is one of the directors based in the U.S. I think you know him pretty well because you happen to be married to him, but not coincidentally. So Adam is a director on our team in the U.S. and he has a good background in global projects as well as a lot of software selection and implementation project management as well. And I'm just cherry picking some of the unique skill sets or different skill sets of the speaker lineup here. Nate Stroher is another director out of the U.S. office who has a change management and HCM background, so he'll be speaking about those topics in particular. Dave Beldick, who's a consultant in the U.S., is going to be speaking about a lot about benefits optimization and how to get more business value out of your transformation. And then Wayne Holtham is the head of our office in Australia. And he's been around for a long time doing this stuff, and he's worked with some really big, massive companies and their transformations over the years. A lot with like SAP and Oracle, some of the bigger software solutions and providers. He'll be speaking about several different topics throughout the sessions tomorrow. So a lot of different diverse skill sets. On our team, we tend to have people that are pretty broad that have a lot of different skills, but certainly there's some differences in complementary skills as well.
Yeah, definitely. A jam-packed lineup of top talent for sure. I know you, Eric, do a lot of these. Obviously, we've all seen your videos, your weekly videos, read your blogs and other content. And I'm just wondering, when you are going into this conference specifically, is there something that you're looking forward to the most in talking about?
Yeah, I like any of the presentations I really enjoy doing, but as far as the ones I present, the one I'm probably most excited for is the first one I do tomorrow that we open up with, which is the one about industry trends and the future of transformation, because that is, very much a forward-thinking strategic view of where we think the market is headed. I always enjoy doing a session that I do commonly. I do it every time we do a Stratosphere. I do a similar session, and I also do this presentation for our clients quite often, which is an executive summary of digital transformation best practices, sort of that, in 50 minutes, if I have to distill everything that I know or that I want to convey to an executive team or to someone who's just starting out with a transformation project, what are the things they need to know? And that's another session that'll be on the docket for tomorrow. And then, I do another session on Wednesday during the paid workshops that'll be focused on digital strategy. So that goes a little bit deeper. But as of the ones that I'm not presenting, though, there's several actually this time that I haven't seen before, or I've seen bits and pieces of, or I certainly know all the speakers, but I haven't seen them present this exact format in the past in some cases. But one in particular is incorporating operational excellence and business process management into your transformation. That should be a really good one I'm looking forward to. It's always interesting to talk about the data and cybersecurity piece, just because that's an area I don't know very well. And every time I hear that presentation, I learn a lot from Marcus and Daryl Crockett, who's our data and cybersecurity expert's going to be co-presenting with Marcus on that topic. And then there's some topics where I've presented on them in the past and now someone else is presenting. So I always like to hear that too, because it's always a different perspective and I always learn a lot from that.
Yeah.
So, for example, Tony Ford from our team is going to talk about project governance and planning, that sort of thing. Adam, as I mentioned, is going to talk about global transformation. So there's a lot that we're going to cover, and a lot of cool stuff that I actually enjoy. I think I enjoy listening and learning from the other speakers more than I like presenting, but it'll be fun in both angles.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I know the reason that you chose Crowdcast was because you are so interested in audience interaction. You really do answer those questions, and we definitely want to see those in the chat. When it comes to questions specifically, how open are you to kind of answering questions during these workshops? Can you kind of just elaborate on that type of interactive format that you're looking forward to hosting?
Yeah, it's a great question. And you hit the nail on the head, which is we want as much engagement as possible. We, in the past, pre-COVID, we did these events in person, and we thought about doing this one in person, or at least doing somewhat of a hybrid, but we decided let's just keep it virtual for this one, given that we're still not out of the woods yet, and a lot of people still aren't comfortable being around groups.
Sure.
In those sessions pre-COVID, they were very interactive. I mean, we'd have groups of 40 to 50 people, and it would, it was big enough to where you've got a lot of peer involvement, but small enough to where you feel comfortable speaking up. But the good thing about, if there's a silver lining in doing this stuff virtually, is that we reach a different audience, or a larger audience, but also like you said, it's a little bit easier to interact. The Crowdcast platform in particular is very interactive. I know we'll be watching YouTube, at least for the first day of the sessions. We'll be multi-streaming to YouTube, so we'll be watching there for questions and chat and that sort of thing. So anyone who's watching on whatever platform, we encourage you to provide comments and questions. But Crowdcast is sort of the hub of where this is all happening and where most people are going to be watching and viewing from.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today, Eric, and joining us and giving us kind of that sneak peek of Digital Stratosphere. We're so looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. And just a reminder to our audience, it is a completely free event. So head over to our LinkedIn page, head over to our YouTube page, Eric's YouTube page. There's all kinds of links to the registration page. So we really do hope to see you tomorrow, and bring your questions. We're looking forward to seeing you and the team as well, Eric. So thank you so much. And with that, we will. Yeah, absolutely. And with that, we appreciate everyone's time, and we will see you tomorrow.
Sounds good. See everyone tomorrow. Thanks, Skylar.
Bye. Thanks, Eric.
All right. Bye.